You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Aside here, there was a lot of shaming involved. There was a lot of public shaming that was attempted to coerce people to get vaccinated.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan experience.
I gotta be careful playing some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
he's probably on your ass, Carson.
He's-
Especially in the first 10 seconds. That's where they get you. Welcome everybody to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 78. This is actually the
They're
first.
not gonna get me.
Yeah, this is actually the first day in almost a week I've been able to talk almost fluently,
Why is
because
that?
all the words just keep falling onto my tongue and I keep spitting them all out, all in different combinations.
Are you learning a new language?
Yeah.
Thanks to our sponsor, Babbel.
Yeah. You okay? Bugging over there?
I got bugs under my eyes.
Bugs.
Go on.
So yeah, we're here. Episodes. Jesus Christ.
Might be a little loud today.
By a little loud. We're here. Carson's back from New York.
I
He spent like a whole week there.
I'm in a New York state of mind at the moment.
Yeah, he's started to convert to Judaism and plans.
Because that's the only place in
That's
the
the
world
only place in the world that
Jewish
New York
people.
that New York lives Jewish people is when they are there, and there is, and when they can be, they are there.
You're so good with words, Gavin.
Yeah, I know. I'm like autocomplete if it was a person.
You're like autocorrect if it was a...
No, I'm autocomplete, like tapping the middle one on the suggestions.
Yeah, right.
I'm like that.
Right, because you're kind of an annoying prick.
Jesus.
Sorry, Jay. I came back from New York and I got a little,
A little edge to it. He's all East Coast now. He's like, I'm gonna go park my car.
It's fucking whatever.
I don't give a shit. Speaking of East Coast and New York, we're just gonna jump right into it. Carson's got a pretty stinking Steely good stand stong on. He's got a really good Steely Jan shirt. I can't fucking talk
you said
still.
This is the first day
This
you
is the
can
first
speak
day.
fluently?
Yeah, I haven't been able to talk regularly for
Do
like
I
days.
have a
Do
kick-
I have a treat for you? Steely Dan,
new taste test?
new taste. La, 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 la.
I have a wonderful Steely Dan shirt featuring Mr. Tony Soprano from the amazing t-shirt maker Double Wonderful. Or Double Wonderful didn't make this shirt. I don't know how I got it. Because it's a secret.
Oh, really?
Kinda. I mean, they all kind of are in a way, but it's not really a secret. But shout out to Double Wonderful. He's a cool dude. I bought it with my own money. He didn't send it to me. So actually, fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. He's a cool dude.
No, it's really cool.
Really cool dude. I have another one of his shirts, off-sour shirt. Didn't have to pay for that one. just being honest.
He's becoming Dark Carson over here.
Me and Dark Brandon.
Yeah.
met
Speaking
up
of Dark
over the weekend.
Brandon,
Let's just jump right into it.
I'm just gonna keep segueing into things that we have listed down here.
I love you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love you for that.
I love you for that. So this week, this is huge in my
we are
world
getting
because
right into it. Okay.
yeah, because this is huge in my world because
Yeah,
I
didn't
still
have
go to
any-
college.
I didn't have any cool New York stories.
Well, we'll get back to yours because you got plenty of time.
That's all right. Apparently, this is your show.
New York, New York.
We gotta fix this shelf.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway,
Dark Brandon.
so Dark Brandon, he's turned the tides in the favor of hell. He's
Bumblebee, stop lubricating the man.
so Joe Biden, our dearly departed president, our dearly departed president.
True.
No, it's not true. That's
Oh,
not
shit.
true. He's still alive. Canceled $10,000 or up to $20,000 of student loans if you had a Pell Grant. There's two stipulations I saw on this. You have to make sure you apply to get the $10,000
Of course.
forgiven, and the ending due date is next December. Not this upcoming December, but next December. Plenty of time, but it's news cycles and whatnot.
Can he forgive my A+ money that I used?
All like what, $250 a credit hour?
Well, I had to pay for books.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
One year they gave me a scholarship to get books for free,
Really?
which I don't know why.
Because that was the year you didn't need books.
That was year my parent.
That was the year that they were like, he doesn't need books. Here's a loan for you.
No, actually, it kind of was that way, which is funny.
Yeah.
No, that was the year my parents foreclosed on the house.
Oh yeah, okay. Sad to hear it. So yeah. And the White House Twitter went off, naming and listing off every single Republican senator or congressperson that has had a PPP loan. Is that okay if I did that?
Yeah. And so that stands for particularly perfect
Persnickety loans.
loans. Okay, cool.
No,
Go
it's
on.
the Paycheck Protection Program.
Paycheck.
Paycheck Protection Program
Paycheck.
during the COVID-19 pandemic. Notable ones include the Crowder show, Steven Crowder.
Wait, they called out Steven Crowder?
Yeah. Well,
The
not
White
him.
House did?
No, the White House didn't.
Oh,
but
Jesus.
He was on that list, though. He's on that list of
I'm
people.
sure.
But yeah, all these Congress people had multiple millions of dollars. I don't
Romney, Margarine,
think Margarine, Taylor Greene,
bunch of other people.
yeah, like just the thing is that as a student, I'm not going to rack up that much student debt. I don't think it's
Why do you say
possible
that?
to rack up $1 million of student debt. For them to complain, hey, these people are getting they're getting thousands of dollars, and it's like, well, you also have $5 million. So
Right.
I think a lot of it's been played out already. Like a lot of people have had their opinions there on it. But that was something that happened like just the day after we recorded, and I would have definitely talked about it. But
And it was so fucking cool
it was
to see
one
the
of the
White
best
House
nights.
call him out.
It was one of the
great.
best nights to have to see all these like Republicans tweet out like, I can't believe that the government's giving out handouts.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, well, government, that's like how fucking government loans work. Like it's literally handing out money so people can afford to go to school.
Right.
That's what that is.
Well, it's just
It's not a handout to just have it forgiven. Like that, honestly, it's not. I mean, like, because, some people think that you have to like work to pay it off, and you have to pay like. Some people went bankrupt. Multiple thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people went bankrupt trying to pay off their student loans.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing that happened, is that they capped it to 5% of your monthly income on repaying student loans.
Right. Yeah.
Now, and it's still frozen till I think December of this year. I think they froze them till December. So
And they locked the interest rates.
yeah,
off
it.
too.
Yeah,
Because that was what people were saying. It's like, well, shit, now they're going to raise interest rates now so they can get their money, but they locked that, which is great.
which is good to hear. But
Right.
just it was a good week. Good week to be on Twitter. There's a lot of this you.
Yeah.
This week was 59 rebounds, 57 points, 900 blocks, and like the stat line.
Right. It's just it was just another thing that just if one Republican does it, it's just a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Of like they don't actually. Nobody
Nobody cares.
None of them actually care about what they're saying.
They just want to line their money pockets with more money.
Right. Right. That's how the rich stay rich.
They line their money pockets with more money.
Yeah. It was a very funny and interesting series.
I saw a TikTok that was like it was like whenever you and your husband make over the amount that you're allowed to be forgiven $10,000, it's because their combined income or their individual income. The TikTok person thought that their combined income was over $125,000, so then they wouldn't be forgiven. But individually, each one of those, her and her partner were making $125,000 each, at least, to not be forgiven.
Fine.
So it's like, they're fine, and they're
set.
complaining about not having it forgiven. It's like, well, you seem to be living a pretty good enough life.
Yeah.
Because I think, I would say $125,000 in every state is a pretty, right now, I would say that you're able to live a pretty sustainable life in most states.
Yeah.
Like California is still, that's kind of a little bit, that's honestly might be pushing it. Cost of living there is fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, if you're still apartment living, you could even get a house and still. I think that might even be like close to the minimum you need to make to own a house in LA.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Like I recently heard a stat about that.
Really?
So
maybe that's what he based it off of.
So I'm moving out to
Yeah,
LA.
he's
so
moving
you
out to
know,
LA.
So you know how much I'm
Yeah.
making now.
There was speaking of funny things that between California and connections. I just saw this headline. Didn't really get into the article though. The article. And basically, actually, I did read this article. There's a weird like stipulation in Virginia law that follows carbon emissions rules set by California that was signed into the law like a couple years ago. And basically, California signed a bill saying that they're gonna ban the sale of gasoline cars.
I did see that. You said carbon emissions?
Yeah, carbon emissions by 2035.
And who'd you say was following that?
Virginia was following.
Virginia.
Carson.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up? You gonna
talking
smoke those? Smoking the show.
Oh yeah. It's just something I've kind of like gotten into.
No, yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
Sorry.
So like they for some reason have that in their bylaws or whatever. Do you know how to smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
It's just kind of.
That's the menthol.
I didn't pack it right.
Yeah.
Again. No, go on. You're fine.
Keep rolling.
It's camera's already on.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. What you're saying?
So it was funny because like the Congress people were like, we're gonna make sure that the Virginia voters aren't going to be swayed. Like they're just very
Is everything okay?
yeah. Why don't you just go ahead and put that?
You're talking about carbon emissions.
Yeah.
Why
You're
is
just
Virginia
gonna-
following them on that?
It was a weird law they signed a couple years ago. It's a weird thing that they put in, and now they have to work it out of the law now.
They gotta get it out.
Yeah, now they're like, we got to make sure that some California people aren't going to take our laws, and so that's like, well, like you guys,
Fucking
it was
cares?
you guys did
We
it
don't want
to
them
yourselves.
steal our laws.
Yeah, or not to, or we don't want to follow other people's laws. We'll let the voters decide. And it's like,
Right.
well, maybe you think that maybe like stopping the sale of carbon emission vehicles by 2035 is at least a reasonable deal.
Right.
I really do think it is. Like, I think that's
No, whenever I saw that, I was like,
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
I
That's
mean,
fine. I would love to have an
Third of
electric car that
Pakistan's
just-
underwater right now. So
You said third pack?
a third of Pakistan is underwater right now due to global warming.
Is that true?
True.
Damn.
They're like flooding like hell.
Well, I think
hell.
it's
Like
important to
hell.
stop putting like things
The-
into
in
the
the
air
air,
that shouldn't
yeah,
be there.
either,
You know what I
right.
mean? You don't mind if I?
No. You know what?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
okay. I can wait.
I'm like a
itching,
caveman. I'm
but I
scared of
can wait.
fire.
I get it, man.
Yeah, it's about the mouth fixation, not the addiction.
Yeah, like I don't even need to. I just need something in my mouth
No.
at all times.
Yeah.
It's gotten me into trouble a few times, but we'll talk about that one later. Has to do with my New York story.
Yeah. I'd like to hear more about your New York, actually.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tease you a little bit. I'm gonna make you wait.
All right.
You mind if I edge you for a
Yeah,
little
go ahead,
bit?
edge me.
Because I really want to talk about. I do want to talk about New York, so stay tuned for that. It will be a fun story with lots of name drops. I can promise you that, folks. I'm promising lots of name drops for this New York story.
Okay.
So you can be better for that.
We're recording on Monday, August 29th,
Oh,
and you'll be hearing this on Friday, September 2nd.
Yeah, September, man. Almost Halloween. Boo. So I have a little thing written down here. Don't know if you saw it. Did you see? I wrote this down earlier.
Hey, baby. What is it?
Look like a cat. I wrote this down earlier. Don't know if you saw it, and I just want to read to you what this says. 12-year-old. Your name's blocking it. God damn it! Move it. 12-year-old kid.
Breathing down your neck.
12-year-old kid shilling Botox injections on my street.
Care to elaborate on this?
What do you
was
think
he like,
that means?
come and get your Botox injections here. Come and get your Botox.
What do you think I mean by that?
This kid was stiff as a rock. He was hard and he was stiff.
I don't think you can talk about that. We talked about this before the show. I said stop talking about kids.
No, I mean, like, I'd imagine that he can't move too much because he's got so much Botox in him.
So you think I'm talking about a kid actually doing Botox?
Or telling people, hey, go get your Botox. My mom got Botox.
That's more like it, Gavin. So I for the second time in the span of a month, there you go, that's the right way. Okay, that's gonna be I think that's gonna be packed down plenty. Yeah, I know it's kind of a mess in there. For the second
There's only
time,
like a couple in there left.
I know, man.
What kind are those? What are those?
They're my favorite brand actually. Honey Rose London. 20 herbal smokes, tobacco and nicotine free, so it's the good stuff here. Honey Rose herbal smokes are made from a blend. Sorry, I got something caught in my throat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, careful.
Ooh, it's really caught in there. Honey Rose herbal smokes are made from a blend of specially selected and naturally grown herbs, including red clover, rose petals, and marshmallow leaves. Just
Not
like
herbs.
just
herbs.
like peeps. You ever had peeps before?
Yeah, marshmallows.
Traditional herbal smokes made with subtitle addition of vanilla flavor. So these are made in England by Honey Rose Products Limited, Ipswich, Suffolk.
Suffolk.
IP15ULT, UK. Honeyrose.co.
Can you read that out loud?
UK. For adults only. There's 20 in here. Got a nice barcode. Got real bad cotton mouth, not going to lie. It's the good stuff, though, guys. Only smoke the best. So go to Honey Rose right now. Go to honeyrose.co.uk right now to buy your own pack of herbal smokes, tobacco, nicotine free. It's the good stuff, you guys. You can get it on Amazon.
It's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff. So for the second time in a month,
You've seen this kid.
I've been seeing this kid. Okay. That was a joke. I was in Minecraft. I'm seeing a kid in Minecraft. I don't know. If
Doesn't make it any better.
So, for the second time in a month, there is a
Little kid working the corner.
I don't think kinda, but not in that way.
No, he's on the corner, you know.
Technically. So there must have been a new like health place, doctor's office place, maybe I would assume specifying looking towards like
Beauty.
What is it called?
Plastic surgery?
Plastic surgery type stuff, right?
Yeah.
That opened up on my street.
Yeah.
I won't say what the street is, but it's this main street out here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw him today,
Uh-huh.
and he's probably, I can't imagine any older than 13. My guess would be 12, so don't know why I just didn't say 12, but he can't be any older than 13. And he has a sign, and he's very white, like you. He's very white. He's perfect. He's white and perfect. He's very white.
One of the whitest people.
He's one of the whitest people I've ever seen. He's absolutely perfect, unlike my daughter Tiffany, who I would not fuck. He's very white kid. And he is holding a sign that just so happens to have a bit of broken English on it. And I wish I had a picture of this young man and what his sign says, but it's something along the lines of like Botox injection $7 something or other. And he is holding the sign and kind of like flipping it like he's trying to attract customers.
I mean, $7 Botox injections.
I mean, I paid $70 for mine.
Yeah.
And it's very weird because he's not any older than 13,
Are
and
you
he's
sure
just
about that?
standing on the
Because
corner.
that's child labor.
Yeah, dude. No, like he's like this is a family Botox business.
Family Botox
his parents are John and Melissa Botox.
Really?
Yeah. So
I have to go to the bathroom.
I get it.
Upon hearing that news.
Are you gonna be there for a while? Because I just want to know if I can get through one of these while you're gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is.
I'm tearing up.
Do you want me to just pause real quick?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's pause. We'll pause real quick. We'll be right back, folks.
So it's a family business. John and Jane Botox own this business. This family business.
Welcome back, everybody. Gavin, are you feeling all right? You feeling all right? Oh, shit. We're losing him, guys. This is actually Gavin's last episode.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
All right, cool. Anyways, as I was saying, little kid working the corner, quite literally, spinning signs that say something like $7 Botox.
$7 Botox.
And I just want to know what is that about? Why
Come get your Botox. Get your Botox
He's not saying anything. Today he
No,
had
he
a
is.
Gatorade.
He is.
Nah.
Is he sitting on a crate too?
He's sitting on an apple box.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
No, he's not sitting, dude. He's got to
Milk crate.
spin that goddamn sign.
Like one of these.
No, he wasn't sitting on. He had a Gatorade and he was just.
It was like
hanging out.
90 degrees out today.
Yeah, man. And it's like about to storm down
like, all
rain.
day.
Yeah, it was.
It never
weird.
really did.
I really don't like. It's the weirdest thing to have your kid working, but then also be shilling Botox
For
at your
less
weird,
than $10.
right at your weird under the counter.
No, it's very
health
much over the
place.
counter. It's just very sketchy.
And the other thing is the sign is like literally 8.5 by 11.
Oh, really?
Like it's not a big sign.
Oh, okay. So that's probably what gets your attention is that it's like,
yeah.
the fuck does that say?
Right. Well, and it's a kid. Like that's what got my attention.
Oh. Yeah. Right, yeah. Not the size of the sign, it's the man
It's
behind
not
it.
the size of the sign. It's the man behind
it.
And this man happened to be a kid.
Kid.
And I don't get that.
So what are you gonna do about it, Carson? You gonna hit him with your car?
No, I would like to be like, what's the deal, man? Why are you out here? Who's making you be out here?
Walk over to him and film it, please.
Okay, if I talk to him, I'll be like, man, what are you doing here?
Or just at least use a microphone on the phone.
Yeah. Hey, bud, what's your name? What's your talent agency? Hey, buddy, and he's like kind of like spinning the sign like this. It's just weird. Like it's just so bizarre.
This guy's probably making like $25 an hour, right?
I doubt he's making anything. I mean, like, it was a crazy thing too because it was like right after school let out. So his parents are probably like, "All right, come back. You gotta spin the sign on the corner."
Yeah, right by
of this intersection.
Right by the police station too.
Yeah, literally. I hope that they get fucking caught up, dude. I hope he gets caught up in gunfire with that kid.
Yeah. Well, it's a balancing act. Put it on your nose.
Oh, shit. Oh, thank God, dude. That could have been bad. Yeah, I mean, I hope the police get on it, man.
Hope to God the police get to him.
The police aren't doing a goddamn thing nowadays, Gavin.
You're right. They see people with expired license plates and they don't pull them over.
I shoot my gun off in the air in a residential neighborhood. I get arrested. What is that about? There's bigger fish to fry.
There's more important things than me firing my firearm in a residential neighborhood.
And speaking of firing,
No.
these Honey Rose herbal cigarettes are some of the best
Sig
ever.
Herbal.
Sig
What frat did you join when you were in college?
Sig Herbal.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
That was whenever I switched. I was double majoring at the time, and that was right before I dropped my major for critical race theory.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh my God.
So, yeah, it was just fucking weird.
Yeah.
It was
no,
the second time seeing him.
that was really fucking weird.
And I hope I don't see him again because I hope the cops arrest that damn kid.
Lock him up. Lock
4
him
more
up.
years.
4 more years.
So New York, Gavin.
New York.
I don't-
New York.
Oh, sorry, wrong drop.
Turkey.
It was
It's
a
almost
fucking
Halloween.
movie
Turkey time.
out there in New York, man.
So did you see any movies getting filmed there while you're speaking of this?
While my tits are speaking of
While you're
this?
speaking of this?
No, I didn't.
They're
I was
speak-
staying very close to this place called Carroll Gardens where they do film a lot of movies.
Like the
in
like the
Brooklyn.
like the
Brooklyn!
like the Madison Square Garden? Or is it on the other side?
Madison's a really good name for a square garden.
That's a good tweet I saw. You stole that. You stole that. You fucking idiot. Put that in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
I
was kidding. You didn't have to do that.
Jesus Christ.
You're getting it everywhere, man.
like
You ought to just smoke it.
I probably should at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of fun.
I can't do it.
So you had a lot of fun in New York. From what I understand, you lied about meeting Bull Bull. You lied to me.
No, okay. Well, that if we're gonna be
If we're gonna be Quentin Tarantino out here, you better be showing your fucking feet.
I almost just lit my mouth on fire.
In my mouth.
We're not gonna Tarantino this story, man. We're not starting from the end and going back. That was the very end, dude. You think I'm working backwards like a Tarantino movie? Like a Tarantino movie?
You better be Quentin Tarantino if you think we're fucking.
You better be Quentin Tarantino if you think your feet fucking
me.
No, we're not.
I remember the
Quentin
Quentin Tarantino theme song. Show me your feet. Show me your feet.
Oh shit! You know what? I actually haven't pulled it up here.
Yeah.
You're the only ones wearing masks.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I went to
Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers.
I went to New York, specifically Brooklyn, to help out.
It's a hard hat holiday. Brooklyn, Coney Island.
To help out with the Officer show out there, like I did for Chicago.
Did you actually help out though?
I did.
You did. I thought you were just going up there because you said that you weren't gonna like help much, if at all.
I said if it's not in my contract by fucking Monday, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I kind of.
You got a lot of leverage there. I understand.
We can't talk about that. Let's just say I did some things while I was there that I can't talk about.
Got myself in a little bit of trouble putting things in my mouth.
I got myself in the doghouse while I was there.
What? Go ahead and put that down. No. No, you can't smoke the lighter.
Here, you take half. Did you want me to split this with you?
Yeah, split it.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
go ahead.
It looks like we already did.
Yeah.
And it's a goddamn mess, folks. Give me a paper towel. I gotta get this up and get a paper in here so I can roll it. I can't waste one.
Let me roll it. You know, I think Paul McCartney is known for his subtle music writing.
Paul McCartney is known for being a homophobe, actually.
Really? Yeah. Is that facts or?
New York Post, baby.
There's also a piece right there.
Thanks, buddy.
It's
Thanks, Barry.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no. So I.
You were in New York.
You look so mad. I'm gonna try and get through it, man. I'm just having a lot of fun over here with my body.
You're not gonna light another one, are you?
I kind of was thinking about it. Itching really bad here.
You know,
yeah,
those
no,
are
I kind of.
non-nicotine, you know,
Yeah,
they're
they
good.
are. Yeah.
Okay.
Still addicting, dude.
Yeah, so you were in New York or whatever. So you went to New York. Did anybody recognize you this time? Again? Did you see the same people from Chicago?
You're jumping around too much, man.
Sorry.
You're getting way too ahead of yourself, man.
Sorry,
And I think I'm the one who needs these. Yeah, no, you're right. I did go there kind of with the maybe thought that there wouldn't really be a ton to do, but still wanted to go anyways just to be a part of it. And I secretly knew they were going to need me. No, I had a pretty good feeling that I was going to end up doing a lot more anyways,
Really?
which is good. I mean, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm there. That's why I want to be there, is to offer my gifts. Yeah, so I flew out on Monday really early in the morning. The fastest I've ever gotten to my gate at the airport ever. My dad drops me off at 5 a.m.
Oh, your dad dropped you off?
Yeah, he took me. He's a good dad. I pay him well. He drops me off. I get
He's
through.
your dad because you pay him to be your dad.
Yeah, of course. It's not my actual dad. God, no. Fuck that guy. So he drops me off, and I get through security I get through security in 5 minutes.
Without pre-check or anything?
No, I got no pre-check. Pre-checks whenever
You walked in
see a pretty
barefoot, from
girl.
what I understand, too, right?
Dude, no. So I checked one bag, dropped it off, went over to security,
They said...
That's a lot of
They're like,
dildos.
one bag?
Bag?
One bag for all this? You're just checking one bag, really?
Is that cocaine?
Yeah.
Cocaine. So I check one bag, and then I bring the rest of my stuff through security, take my shoes off, whatever. there's two different sides that you can go. There's like the normal metal detector that you do this in, and it kind of like spins around you.
Yeah, and then there's one you just walk through.
Yeah, right. Which they usually do that for like
Pre-check. Pre-com.
pre-check or like, just people like
VIPs.
women or whatever,
Dogs.
liberals. They usually put liberals through
Yeah.
that line.
Because they're
And
fragile
so-
and snowflakes.
Right. And they're usually, I was wearing a hat,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, take your hat off, belts, everything.
Whenever I went through the line with a hat on, this is not a joke. They
Okay.
actually did put like they like put the powder on my hat. I don't know. Sometimes they like
weird.
randomly do things to people. No, I mean seriously. Like I was
way you
walking
said
through
it
the
was funny.
Minneapolis one and checking into the airport. They put a little smoke, little dust on my hat.
Someone vaped on
And
your
I
hat.
said, and I smacked him, and I said, do you want me to pull a gun out right now?
Because I will.
Because I fucking will.
It's in my butt cheeks. Clenched. I'm pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
And
Can
so
you say that?
So I'm wearing a hat. I take my shoes off. Didn't take my belt off. Didn't take my necklaces off, anything. Put it all up, send it through. Stand in line. Not that many people in line. Like, could have gotten through the regular.
What time is it? Like 5 in the
Spinning
morning
around,
or something? Yeah. Okay.
Which is usually like crazy busy.
Yeah. On a Monday,
So-
too. Of all days.
Right. One of the TSA employees like
Usually ends on a Friday.
waves me through the TSA pre, like the one you just walk through, right? And I'm like, oh, cool.
TSA is what my mom was a part of when we were in school.
TSA is my favorite R&B group from the 90s. They sang that No Scrubs song.
Yeah. And Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that was actually TLC.
I'll check.
Like that was
Yeah.
Honey Boo Boo and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right there. So I walked through that, and then I like stopped and kind of looked at her, and I was just like, okay. And then I moved on and grabbed my stuff and just went. And it wasn't until I got on the plane that I realized I never took my hat off, which you're
Oh.
like supposed to do.
Yeah.
They didn't pat me down on anything. I had so much coke on me, and they didn't even check. No, I didn't. But it was just so weird. I was just like, okay, cool. I guess I'm not a suspicious character. It was just weird. And
They pulled out the chart of skin tones and they said
Right.
white, not white.
and
and-
if I'm white as you, then they're like, we're gonna pat you down,
yeah,
buddy.
Exactly. They're like, this guy's
Nazi
white
scum.
as snow. He's definitely does some boogie sugar.
This guy's real frail and skinny.
Yeah.
He's on crank.
He's on crank.
Oh, that guy's on crank for sure.
He's cranking something, all right.
Not funny to bring up skin colors, dude. I'm just kidding. I knew what you were saying. So I get through super quick. Wow, 15 minutes.
The
in.
next person,
We're never gonna get
behind
through
them,
this.
the next person behind you,
Yeah.
I got patted down.
Oh,
Hard,
yeah.
hard. It's
Oh,
so hard.
yeah.
They're like, oh fuck, we
Oh, we fucked up big time. Well, they thought
Mongo.
the guy behind me was with me,
Yeah,
and
really?
so no,
Oh,
I was trying to make a joke. So fuck you. So I fly to New York, get there real
so you're
early.
in New York.
I'm in New York now. Somehow got
New
there.
York.
I took
Did you
some
find a
edibles, so I passed
LaGuardia
out.
or John F. Kennedy?
I flew into the
Or
Jackie.
did you fly into 9/11 or LaGuardia?
I flew the airplane right into the Jackie Onassis
Okay,
Reservoir.
that's what I thought.
Crashed.
Right into the Pearl Harbor.
We crash landed at Pearl Harbor. I flew into LaGuardia, and good airport.
Horrible restaurant.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. I'll
It's
let
okay.
you get through it.
Thank you.
I was just trying to make it more enjoyable for me.
No, I'm having fun. I love doing it. I just know it's going to take a very long time. And that's mostly just me looking out for you versus vice versa. I could keep going all day and make this such a long
No, I know
thing.
you can't.
It's just going to get worse. So I get into New York, and I get to my hotel, which was La Quinta, humble brag. And I get to the front counter, and I'm like, hey, it's like 11
I've heard La
a.m.
Quinta's like top of the line.
Oh yeah, dude. It's the Trump Palace of the hotels. It's the caviar of casual hotels.
Casual living.
So I get there at 11 a.m. Check-in's not till 3, and I knew previously, because I called them, that I could leave my bags there and just go about my day and then come back and check in later, right?
Yeah.
So I get there, drop.
Do a little pre-cum.
I got a little pre-cum, and they said that was okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They didn't pat me down because of that, surprisingly. I kind of wish they would have.
They went through your bags, by the way.
And do you know that?
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
So yeah, I'm like, can I drop my bags off? And she's like checking a few things. She's like, well, Carson, actually, since you're a Wyndham Rewards member, and because of our availability, we'll go and check you into your room right now. And I was like, I'm a Wyndham Rewards member?
and you said, well, fuck me sideways.
I said, well, fuck my little ass.
Yeah. Fuck
Let's
my
do
bunghole.
it. And I was like, sweet. So I got to fucking check in at fucking 11, dude.
You
Isn't
jacked
that
off and
crazy?
everything in there?
I did. No, I was so fucking
Took
tired.
a black light to the bed.
Took a black phone.
Yeah.
I was so tired just because of getting up early. Even though I did sleep this time,
On the
only
plane?
about 2 hours. No. The night before.
Oh.
Unlike Chicago where I did not sleep at
Yeah.
all.
Full
I was
manic episode there.
Right, full maniac. I was pretty tired, so I'm like, let me take a quick nap. Got up, I went to a pizza place first because I'm like, that's the first thing I'm doing. Got some pretty decent pizza.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Wasn't amazing.
I'm gonna be doing sound effects during your story, so just
That's
keep
okay.
going.
You might have had one of these.
Yeah, keep going.
So I I get pizza, and then I go into the city and I go to a few stores. I went to Kith. Let me look at my phone just to cross check some things. But went to Kith, got some Kith treats, and I think that's gonna be enough. And then what did I do after that? Oh yeah, so after Kith, I think I just went to a few stores there, not too many. And then I got pizza again for dinner. I had pizza twice.
That's a New York experience, from my understanding.
That is to get pizza twice in one day.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Different places too.
So then
Did you go?
yes,
Really?
yeah. I went to this place in Brooklyn where I was staying. I was staying in Brooklyn. And
Were you staying in Brooklyn?
Yeah, and
In
then
New
I
York?
and then I got pizza at this place
What'd you go
called
to New York for?
Prince Street in Manhattan. That does like the square slice with like it has like a shit ton of
Maybe they'll,
pepperonis
like-
on it. It has like a bunch of pepperonis on it, like a weird amount.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking weird. And I said that to the guys there. I was like, "This is fucking weird, you guys."
He said, "Who made this?"
So I took that back to Brooklyn with me. I was taking the subway everywhere. Humble brag. And ate pizza. Went to bed. Made this video before going to bed. Hold on, not that one. This one. Why am I not hearing anything?
Good video.
So I made that. Went to bed. Got up the next day. Did some things in Brooklyn because last time I went to New York, I did not make it to the burb of Brooklyn. So I went to
Getting a little bit of trouble in the Brooks.
I did. I went to the Brooklyn Museum of Art, or just Brooklyn Museum, and saw the Virgil Abloh exhibit, which was super cool. I got to I can see you're taking a picture of me, pal.
Can I get a picture?
I got to see that exhibit, which was really cool. I think it was in Chicago first because that's where he's from, I think. And then maybe he is from Brooklyn. I think he was in Chicago first. So I got to see that. It was super cool. So much cool stuff there, like a bunch of like unreleased Nike Off-White shoes that he made. All around pretty cool art exhibit or art museum. Oh, there's a cool cause statue I didn't post.
You got one?
No, there was one.
Oh,
The big ass one. Big ass. And
big cliff.
so I went there, super cool. Then I went to like downtown Brooklyn. Dumbo is what the area is called, where there's like this famous spot
oh yeah. I
of
know
the
that spot.
Manhattan Bridge.
Yeah,
With the
that really is a Dumbo spot.
It really is a dumb hole.
Yeah.
That's the Empire State Building, like that's perfectly framed in the background. And so I saw that, got some lunch there, hung out there for a bit, and then I decided not to go into Manhattan.
So oh, fuck, man.
I said, fuck, man.
So I
Decided not to go into Manhattan that
What
night.
the
I was
fuck
planning
is this
on it,
shit?
but I decided not to.
Why do you keep breaking?
I'm not trying to. I think it was when you packed them down super hard that they broke.
No.
Can you give me some tape? And so I on the table over there. I did that. Just give me a little stripper. That's gonna be more than enough. All right, thanks, bud. That's pretty little. Okay, you're gonna let go of that. And so I went back to my hotel.
Do you need more?
No, that's gonna be plenty. And Doug and Matt got in the same day I did, but they got in that night. So that day I was like, hey, I'm going to be around town. Let me know if you guys want to get lunch or something, yada, yada. Matt's
GTF.
from, what's up?
Nothing.
Matt's actually from Long Island.
One of the bureaus there.
Bureaus? The
They have the
Federal Bureau of
They
Investigation.
have the federal. They got the judiciary and the legislative bureaus
Which one's the Christian Bureau?
of theocracy.
So he was doing a lot of things with like family and stuff.
yeah.
And so Doug hit me up that night to go grab dinner. So Doug and I went out together, which is really nice. Another little Doug and Carson alone time, which was fun.
Yeah.
Went to a vegan restaurant because Doug is vegan.
Oh, yeah.
So I had vegan food for the first time. Actually, really, really good, this restaurant we went to. And then we hung out there for a bit and talked. And then he was like, let's see what everybody else is up to, because Tim was doing 5 nights at the Bell House, which
Five
is
Nights
where
at Freddy's.
5 Nights at Freddy's. He was doing 5 nights at the Bell House, which is where we did the Office Hours show at. And so he was performing that night. And Doug asked Matt, he's like, hey, what are you up to? And he's like, I'm actually just going to Tim's show, just stopping by to... We're going to set some stuff up because it was Wednesday night at that point, and we had the show on Thursday. He's like, we're going to set a few things up, yada, yada. So Doug was like, well, you want to go like pop into the show for the last like couple of songs? I'm like, sure. So we went over there and caught like the last like probably 5 songs of that set. And then the lights went up, and then like all these people started like crowding around Doug, and like we're so excited to see him, and it was so much fun. And just being there and being like,
So nobody recognized you?
I want to get to that.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's just ruin it. Nobody did this time.
Womp.
I definitely, and not that it matters to me.
Well,
at
it's
all,
because
but
the same people from New York went to Chicago, and they blew themselves up, and then went back to New York.
So anyways, no, nobody did this time. I could tell people like they gave me the old like like the look of like, oh, I know that guy, but nobody said anything to me, which is fine.
Don't light that. Please don't light that.
No, it was fine. But so yeah, so it was just funny that people like were like, oh shit, Doug's here, yeah. And so it was cool. And then
Doug didn't have a show this time though, right?
He did. I didn't get to go to
Oh,
it though.
okay.
He ended up getting out. He was looking for some gig to do out there, and he ended up finding one, which is cool. So yeah, so then met up with those guys there, kind of helped them set up for the next day. And then so then Thursday, day of show.
Dave
Chappelle, who
Get
was
there.
not there.
Well, actually, speaking of famous people, like Debbie Ryan and stuff like that, were at like these shows.
Yeah, we're at the I think the first or second night, not
Yeah.
when I was there.
Yeah,
It must have been, it had to be Sunday night then.
yeah. It was like somebody posted it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I gotta go buy some cologne or something. Like, I was just like, I gotta change something about myself if I'm bumping shoulders with these people. That's literally like the thought I had when I saw that. I
makes
was like,
sense. I get it.
I was like, oh fuck, I gotta do something
I'm
different.
a smelly man.
I'm like, holy shit, I'm from St. Charles. I can barely afford rent. I'm like, it's like, what am I doing? Like, I it's so fun to have these like, to do this stuff now, even though sometimes it sounds like I'm bragging, but really like internally, my mind is just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, this is so weird that I'm doing all these things. And it's
Yeah.
just like,
No,
I
I
don't
get
know.
it.
Like, I've accepted it now, but
Yeah.
like,
It's still like a little hump you have to get over every time.
it's so weird. I love it. I love getting that feeling of like,
yeah.
man, what the fuck is
What is
happening?
this?
Like when that guy at Tim's show in Chicago just like came up to me and was like, thank you for all that you do.
Yeah.
That was like, I was just like, man, what is this?
What
Like,
the fuck am I doing?
what am I doing? But that did not happen in New York.
New York.
Just kidding. Yeah, so next day, show. Get there, help get Wes and Zach, who Zach is the, I guess you would say, technical director for Office Hours East, which is our sister show that's once a month. And so he was there. Super nice to meet him too, because he's a really cool dude who I've like kind of briefly talked to while helping out Office Hours East stuff. But it was nice to meet him, and then I realized that he also like was kind of like me and started out as just like a huge fan, and then like still fanboys about being able to do all this stuff. And so like that was cool to have that connection with him and stuff. But yeah, so we helped them set up, and then at first I thought I was just going to be kind of like running, like doing my normal thing, running Zoom, and then, you know, just doing the usual. And then ended up being that 3 of the 4 surprise guests. One of them was Loudon Wainwright, who is a musician who you probably maybe have heard of. No, I hadn't either, but he's really super nice guy, really cool music. He's been around since like late 60s, early 70s, just making music. Yeah, like super established guy and like very good musician. He was a surprise, but like, you know, just come out to play a few songs and play with Tim's band, which is really cool, which is another surprise. And then the other 3 surprise, or I guess technically 4 surprise guests were Jason and Davram from The Good Liars, who we actually played their the clip of them talking to Eric Greitens about the rhino thing.
Oh yeah.
Those guys.
They were there.
Yeah. They were.
I was drawing a complete
Jason,
blank there.
Yeah,
I thought
know.
you were talking about like a Days of Our Lives type of like comedy show or like
great.
like
Soap
fucking
opera.
soap opera. And I'm like The Good Liars. Okay.
So Jason was there. Davram
I don't know
was
why
not.
I was blinking.
I would do the same
blinking
thing.
so hard with that.
Jason was there. Davram was not, but he was on Zoom. And then the other surprise guests were Jeremy and Rajette, who did the Joe Rogan spoof podcast with Tim, have been on the show Severance. Just really funny comedy people. Like, I think we send at least, I've sent like both of their tweets back and forth, like really funny Twitter guys.
Yeah, I think so.
I
think so too. I don't.
I know you definitely have.
Yeah.
At least Rajette for sure.
Yeah.
Tim retweets a lot of Rajette's tweets, but super funny guys. So they were the other surprise guests. So ended up being that they were both at separate times were going to like interrupt the show, and so like they would have a wireless mic and be like, you know, saying whatever they were gonna do. And so Jason
Get back to your old stuff.
Kinda, yeah. Jeremy and Rajette did that. So Jason and Davram were first, and so Jason was there, and kind of like my role was, at least for the beginning of the show until they both went on, both sets of guests went on, was kind of like being the, I wouldn't say director, but like being like pretty much like calling when they go on. And, like a stagehand kind of thing.
Stage
so
manager type stuff.
Hung out with them backstage and kind of like caught the show, and then took all of them around the back from the green room to the front, and then was pretty much just in charge of being like, here's your mic, okay, go on. Like, which is really cool to just, you know, be like kind of directing them in a way.
Yeah.
So Jason went on first, and like, I'll show you it after this, but he did this whole bit where he's like, you know, like, this is not the real Tim Heidecker. This is George Soros funded. Yada yada. That's Joe Biden in a mask. The real Tim Heidecker's on 7th and 38th at the something or other improv theater and yada yada. And like, it was, you can watch it and kind of get the feeling that people don't know what's going on, but being there, like, people I think were actually like, oh shit, what is happening right now? Because they were like, oh no, like somebody's
This was during the
like,
office hour show?
yeah.
Okay.
And so Jason comes out and does that, and then people realize that it's Jay, because like the guys on stage are like, who are you? What are you? Do we need security? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, playing along to it as well. And so he comes up and then does that, and then a little bit into that, I get Jeremy and Rajette set up, and they're like sitting in the back like, oh man, like just like with the wireless mic kind of like down here, they're like, oh man, this sucks. Like, what is this? Like, just talking about how it sucks and stuff like that. And then like Tim goes like, who is that? Like, he's like, Matt, how many hot mics do we have just out there? Could we like not have so many wireless mics?
Yeah.
And then so they go up on stage and kind of like all 4 of them have like a thing up there, which is really fun. And then I kind of just took pictures throughout the show, and then just helped where needed. But yeah, it was just cool to be able to be a part of the actual like show in that aspect, which I never been able to do before. And so it was just a really cool experience. And then wrap the show up, and help them take stuff down. They closed it out with Tim's band and Loudon doing a Bob Dylan song together, which is very beautiful. And yeah, I'm gonna restart this camera real quick. Actually, do you want to go hit it for me? Sorry, I don't mean to make you do things, but oh no. And that night, all of us were gonna go out, and it ended up being me, Wes, Zach, Vic, and Corey Snierowski and Brendan O'Hare, who are from the Twitterverse, but also really well known for This is Branchburg and Corey's Difficulty Man, which is really funny. But really cool to meet them because I had no idea they were going to be there. And then I was just like, oh, yeah, I know you
I
guys,
followed
and yada,
Brandon.
yada.
You talked to me about before the show about it.
Yeah,
It was,
we had a little powwow.
we had a little powwow. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to hear that.
I wasn't either. I wasn't expecting it. And then I got there and I was like, oh, that's who you are.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me right away, but
So they
super
weren't
nice
like
guys.
directly involved in the show. They were just there watching the show.
I think they're maybe from New York or live there or something. But yeah, Vic invited them out. And so went to this bar and had terrible pizza. And I think I had one drink because I got there late. Surprise. Not on purpose. I was doing work.
Putting in that work.
But hung out with them. And then after that, Wes and I went and got more pizza. And then we ended up going and catching most of Tim's show that night, which was a good night to see it. It was a really like into it crowd and like guys kind of like heckling. And of course, like Tim was just like, all right, asshole. Like, you know, just like right away, like not even giving them the time of day. But that was a really fun night to see that. And then, yeah, Vic came out and talked to Vic for a while, and Tim came out, thanked us for coming out and stuff. And then, yeah, that was pretty much that night. Just kind of hung out a little bit more and then went back to my hotel decently drunk. And, I did get some more pizza that night. And then the next day, Friday, was the day I was leaving that afternoon. Got up, went to the La Quinta, went to the Guggenheim Museum near Central Park. So I finally got
to go
to
there whenever I was
yeah.
there, but as like a 13-year-old, but still.
Yeah, it's a really cool. It's cool to see the building and be in the building. And there's only one good exhibit in there, and the rest of it's kind of meh. At least right now, at least to me. But it was just cool to see. I'd always wanted to see it. And it was cool seeing part of Central Park. I literally only got to see the Jackie Onassis Reservoir, which is like completely blocked off from like everything else. It was such a weird thing, but I was like, at least I got to be here finally.
Yeah, Central Park's huge.
Yeah, put that on a shirt. And then I went to
Central Park's huge.
Very well known, probably the most well known deli in New York called Katz's Deli. And
You see that visceral reaction from me right there?
Have you been there?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was
Well,
a joke.
Don't, because it was a goddamn nightmare, Gavin. It was.
Really? A popular deli being a nightmare?
I think I explained it best by saying that it was like,
You sure about that?
imagine if Disney World was a deli.
Okay. But
Like,
really packed.
People are like, oh my God, dude, packed beyond belief. It was insane. People are like taking videos and taking pictures with the person cutting the meat and stuff. And then it's like, I got in the worst line ever because like the guy who was like cutting the cheese was very nice, but like took his time, dude. And then I had like two old fucking mom-ass ladies like who were ordering like 75,000 things and asking a million questions. And I was like, and like, I don't even think they were tourists. I think they're from around there. And I was like, do you guys just not know what food tastes like? Just order something.
What kind of cuts of meat you got here?
What do you got it? Because the one lady kept like looking back and kind of like smiling at people behind us. And I was like, you're at a fucking restaurant. Calm down. And so,
Was that ever featured in a movie or anything? Like, what's the deal?
it's like,
what's the appeal?
maybe, but it's like featured
Historically?
It's featured in a lot of like drivers' dine-ins and dives, and like it's just like really well known for.
Oh, so it's like
whatever
one of
reason.
those.
It's like one of those. So I got a pastrami on rye. Very, very good. Matzo ball.
Pastrami on
I also
rye.
got matzo ball soup, which I never had
Matzo ball
before.
soup. No soup for you.
They had pickles. Homemade
You know
pickles
that.
were
You know
good.
that episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, I've
No
heard of
soup
it.
For you.
And I ended up. I was like, I'm ordering
That's
it
an
for
episode of
here.
Seinfeld.
I'm ordering it for here because I don't know where else to go because it was
Right.
also raining. But like there was no open seating. And as I was
You're just posted up on the wall eating a rye.
oh my God, I almost did. I ended up I
Crumbs getting
finally
all over you. Just
they also do this stupid shit, they also do this stupid shit where like you order your sandwich at one place, you order your sides at another place, you can order a hot dog at another place, and then you order your drinks at another line.
wow, that's really well done.
So like it took me like 45 minutes to finally get my food and drink and then sit down. It was a nightmare, dude,
And you documented the whole thing.
on my GoPro. So I finally have this huge tray of like, a pound of like pastrami and then like a pound of matzo ball soup and then 2 cans of Dr. Brown's cherry soda. And I'm just like, I can barely even hold
Doc
it.
Brown. Once
Doc
this
Brown.
car hits 88 miles per hour.
Marty, we're gonna go to hell. So I'm like squeezing by these people, like just like trying to get through. And there's this fucking like foreign tourist guy, white guy, so I can call him a foreign fucking tourist because he's a piece of shit and go fuck himself with these fucking lime green glasses. What a fucking nerd.
Where's
So
he
he's
from? Did he tell you? Is
Did
he
he-
Dutch?
he might have been. I
he
don't know
from?
what he was. I don't
He was
give a
from the-
green
he was from
fuck.
the, he was from the early 2000s.
He's from the Europe. He's from Europe, like I am.
Yeah.
German boy here, not born there, but
Nerd.
geflogen.
Nerd.
So he
VR.
is. I walk by him in the middle of this conversation where he's like, I hear these people at this table go, "No, we're sitting here. We're sitting here," and the guy's like, "No, but I want to reserve this table," and they're like, "Yeah, but we're like sitting here, like." I don't know what to tell you. We're literally eating, and once we're done, we'll leave. But like, I don't know what to tell you. And like, the only reason why I'm standing here most of this conversation is because I'm trying to squeeze by this old fuck, and he won't move. So finally, I just go. Finally, I just go. Excuse me, and then his,
he got a little. Carson got a little East Coast here. You didn't say there was no opening here. There was no. Oh, let me squeeze right past you. He said, "Excuse me."
because
little
he can
East
obviously
Coaster.
see me, and it's
Yeah.
like, move, you stupid fuck.
Stop eating me.
Stop eating me out. And so like his daughter or someone like grabs him and tells him to get out of the way, and then he just like stares me down as I walk past, and I was like, what are you gonna do? You gonna knock my green glasses off my face? And so then I round the corner, and then I just like spot this table because they're all like tables of like 6, and I see a younger couple, probably my age, eating at a table, and I just go up and I literally go, I'm like, do you guys mind if I sit here? Like, is that okay? And they're like, oh yeah, of course. Like, no problem at all. And I was like,
They say,
thanks.
"Hey,
So
go
then I
find
just,
your own
like,
fucking table."
Right. I had to sit with this like random couple I'd never met
Did
eating
you
like
talk to them, or
pastrami.
did you just eat?
Nah. I thanked them whenever they got up, and they were
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, no problem.
And then they probably immediately walked down. They're like, "Why did we let that guy sit with us?"
He smelled like
Yeah,
eggs.
he smelled like pastrami.
Did you smell his eggs? And then and then I had a fucking horrible migraine.
Yeah.
I had a migraine 2 days in a row, man. I had a migraine at the office hours show, and just got lucky that Wes had Excedrin on him, and it
Yeah.
went away by the time we had dinner.
Yeah.
And so I took some Excedrin, and then I had to take the subway back,
the shuttle.
the tube. I mean the tube.
Tube.
I already used the loo. I had to take the tube back to Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
to get my stuff to then go to the airport. So, like, I have this horrible migraine, and of course it's like 4 o'clock or like close to 4 o'clock at this point on a Friday. So like, the tube is filled with people, like so packed, and so luckily the train I got to was not that busy. Took it back.
The walls were sweating and windows were sweating.
I was sweating. Took it back, got to my hotel, ordered a Lyft, and I had been checking periodically throughout the past couple of days at different times how long a Lyft ride would take from the hotel to the airport. Every single time, no matter how bad traffic was, 35 minutes. Like every single time. perfect. I'm like, my flight's at whatever, six something. I can leave at this time and get there. So I get into the lift, and then I read his thing, and it says an hour. And I'm like, well, I'm fucked. I'm just like fucked. And I have a horrible migraine. And I was just like, well, whatever. So I just like slept in the lift ride all the way there, and like thought I was gonna have to run through the airport and stuff. But like the thing that took the longest was checking my bag. Check my bag. I get through security again in like 15 minutes. It's so quick. And then I was fine. It was chilling, but I was so nervous at first. So then I'm sitting at my gate. My plane is like 15 minutes behind. A little bit of bad weather. So I get through. Or I'm sorry. I'm sitting at my gate. The plane pulls up. That's our plane. People start getting off slowly but surely. And I look up at the most prime time to look up from my phone to see about 10 feet away from me the one and only Bull.
I really don't believe you. I really don't.
Why not?
You didn't
Why
take a fucking picture.
Because, Gavin, I'm stunned that I'm seeing Bull. I did try to get up and go after him, but I was like, I didn't know where he went.
Was he like tall? Like,
No, he was really short. We were about the same height. No, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. In my lifetime, I probably could have seen upwards of 50 professional basketball players and never have recognized any of them.
Bull was like...
But I spotted him and knew like there was no hesitation.
Who played for your Denver Nuggets.
Right. There was no hesitation. I was like, that's Bull. I knew it for sure.
7'2".
Yeah. Tallest person I've probably ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lanky.
And then I thought I was going to go. So he walks by me, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's Bull. I'm just like following him because I'm like, what the fuck? That's fucking weird. Riding coach Southwest flight, kind of weird. And then he walks through like one of these like convenience type stores in the airport.
Ducking
and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, literally. I was like, oh, cool. He's gonna stop in there and like grab a drink or something like that. I'm like, I'm going after him. So I like got up to go walk over there, and then I'm like, I don't see him anymore. I don't see him anywhere down there. I don't see him in that convenience store. And I'm like, well, fuck.
He went through a bookcase.
He went,
at like a back entrance to
and into the United States of America.
America.
Yeah, so weird, dude. Such a crazy person to see, like so unexpected, but yeah. And I think I heard somebody else around me go, "Oh my God, that's like I heard some mumblings whenever he walked
One of my
out.
friend went to United Arab Emirates. I work with him. He shout out Eric if he's listening to this. He met Porzingis at at the airport in Arab Emirates. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, in Dubai. It was at Dubai airport.
I didn't meet him. I just saw him.
Yeah,
I would have gotten a picture with him if I.
I would imagine that he was probably gonna go to like that one gym that every basketball player's played at over this summer in New York.
Maybe I don't know.
Like there's this one gym that every basketball player has been to. LeBron trained there for a while. Westbrook was there. Donovan Mitchell was there.
He might. Yeah,
I looked it up because I was like,
ask him.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think I've ever heard Bull talk, and I think that probably would have like fucked me up because like he doesn't seem like. I mean,
if I would have asked him for a picture, he probably wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, he probably.
And I don't even like that was the other thing is like, I'd have to find somebody to take a picture of me with him, and then it draws more attention because I'm like, how am I supposed to take a selfie like this?
Yeah, because you would have had to do that because you can't
or
go
something.
like this.
I don't know. I just felt weird.
Down, to
right?
Look up.
It was so crazy. It was nuts. It was so weird.
I'm just fucking with you. I do believe you, but
well, now you do.
I mean, I do believe
Nobody
you. It
else
was a
does.
joke. It was a joke.
Nobody else.
But I mean, I would have. In my opinion, I probably would have like tried to like snap a picture.
I would have, but I was in such shock. I even had my phone in my hand, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, what the fuck? What is happening?" It was so weird,
bizarre.
And then and then I got home and worked a wedding the next day, and I was fucking tired as shit.
Yeah,
it was great though.
And you were
great
like
trip.
waving people along. You're like, all right,
come on. I will say this, no, man. I will say this though, man. Chicago was way better. Something about that Chicago experience, office hours, all of it. I think I realized that like maybe I had my expectations a little too high for this one, but also like because it was my first time doing anything like that in Chicago, I think that also kind of like blew me away a bit. But something with that Chicago one was just, I mean, I'll never forget the New York one either, but like that Chicago one was just like extra special for me at least. But yeah, still a great trip, still a great time. Audience is great, even though nobody said hi to me.
No point being there.
Fucking assholes. No, thank you. Thank you if you even just saw me and knew. Thank you for even knowing who I am.
There you go.
Thank you if you knew who I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. It's a good time. Really fun time. Still unforgettable, but yeah, just really good to see all the guys and like nestling myself into this world. It's great.
Of pain.
World of
No, honestly,
pain.
it's
I had a few things that I wrote down about New York that I wanted to bring up to you.
How long are we going? How long are we at right now?
46 minutes plus
Seriously?
20, so we're probably a little over an hour now.
Okay. I was about to say, it feels like I'm going up.
Oh yeah, there was a guy.
Woke up at 8.
There was a guy on the street with a cane who tried to sell me a cig
Uh-huh.
in a fake British accent.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Would you fancy a cigarette?"
There you go. And you said, what'd you say?
I said, "Nah, I'm good, man."
Well, you said, no, thanks, man. I appreciate it, though.
I appreciate that, dope, Bobby.
I appreciate that, though.
But it was so weird. He's just like carrying this cane. He's like, "Would you fancy a cigarette?"
And you had a little golf hat like on
Yeah, he did. Swear to God.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, he was one of them.
Full bowl on
The
Peaky Blinders, too.
Yeah, you should get him on. There wasn't as many trash piles this time around, sadly. Must be something about the winter that the trash piles come out, but
So there were trash piles last time?
there were a ton last time, like ones that were like taller than me. There's only a few this time. I finally saw my first New York rat while in Brooklyn. I saw 4 rats on 3 different days, all on the same street, which was weird. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else I already talked about, but yeah, it's a good time, man. Good fun time.
Sounds like fun.
It was fun, man. Wish you could have been there.
Me too. I had school
No.
ahead of me.
Yeah, thank you to all the officers, guys. Thank you, Matt, especially, of course, for letting me be out there and helping out, doing all that. Well, should we do a quick little next door drama? Or
Next
is there anything
door,
else you want
well-
to talk about?
No, not really. Just kind of, lost.
How are you doing? How has your week been?
Busy. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna
Yeah.
be absolute busy. There's nothing else about this
First
year.
week of school in the bag.
Yeah, first week of school in the bag, and it got a lot more ahead of me. So just
Certainly do.
man, it is busy. It is just gonna keep going. So
Christmas break's right on the corner, man. You can get back to smoking cigs with me.
yeah, exactly. That's when I really start smoking cigs. Okay.
So, well, good. I'm glad you're doing good. Glad you're getting back into the thick of it.
Yeah.
This week on Next Door Drama. So this week we have a little topic, a little story titled Carjacked. I will be reading, we're going to have, for the first time ever, folks, we're going to have 3 different characters. I will be
Wow.
playing 2 of them. Gavin will be playing 1 of them. I will be playing the character Stephanie as the narrator, and also Stephanie as well. Again, I guess she comes back into play. And then I will be playing as the final character of a person named Matthew. And then Gavin will be playing the character of Ron.
Okay.
And Ron is not very happy. Stephanie has a little story to share, and Ron can't seem to get past something. And I think we're going to find out what that is. So without further ado, I'm going to start the music. You got your sound effects ready? right?
Yep.
Okay, and then we'll get into the character, and then I will start it off. I read first, okay? My husband was carjacked last night around 1 a.m. on Millwater. Around 1 a.m. on Millwater Parkway, between the Boys and Girls Club on Duchenne. 4 individuals stopped. I should be a woman, not a man. 4 individuals stopped on the other side of the traffic and got out and came into my husband's lane. Stay in your lane, folks. They told him to get out of the car and give them everything he had on them. So they walked with a rental car, gray Nissan Versa with KY Kentucky plates, and a couple $100 in cash as my husband had just got off bartending. Keep your eyes open.
I've scanned up and down the comments, but I do not see a description of the perpetrators. Is this because woke next door is like to disabled accounts of people that give accurate descriptions of criminals?
Ron, you seem to have a chip on your shoulder.
The Missouri River used to be a barrier because 70 and the old St. Charles Rock Road Bridge was the only way in and out of St. Charles. Now with Page and 370, North St. Louis hoods can come and go with ease. Holy shit. The casinos and bars are also drawn, and St. Charles has an abundance of beautiful women that attend college and live here. I don't believe these are St. Charles residents committing these crimes. Most people don't have the courage to defend their property, and the perps know this. When I applied for a permit to carry, I was told that 3 things are required before you can shoot someone. A-I-M. The perp must have access, must have intent to harm, and the means to do it. When those 3 things occur, it is justified. So if 4 men approach me with weapons demanding that I surrender my vehicle and money, they have met all 3 of my requirements.
Wow, I just heard from a guy who has his own podcast, but he lives in another state, that for everyone to be aware of surroundings at all times. There are violent flash mobs, and that's exactly how he states they were doing it with a group of people, some upwards of 10 to 20 in a group, and even breaking into homes and businesses, stealing and even attacking people violently. So everyone be aware. I'll find the post and post a link on here. God help us all.
That was all one sentence. Well, there's one thing I know about St. Charles is that it's a whole bunch of scared white people, and there's nothing quite like it. Also, my question is, why didn't they call the police?
Well, that was asked about 67 different times in the comments of that post.
Well, I'm glad you
Gavin,
dug these out, but like, holy shit,
there
dude.
was like
this is
over
like bad. Like that's actually bad. Like
what?
Oh, this is bad.
Oh yeah, dude, and there was well over 200 comments on this one post.
That's
from 4 days ago. Do you see what this guy looks like about the beautiful women? He's like an old guy with like a full body shot like this.
With a polo, like a
Just
pink
so
polo. Yeah, pink polo.
God love Ron. We combined 2 characters there. Yeah, man. It was a good find. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite one, obviously, but seeing those 2 comments were just perfect. Just Looney Tunes people. And this Matthew guy coming in with the like weirdest sentence I've ever heard.
All one word, basically.
Oh yeah.
Might as well have been.
There were some good comments then there, man. Like just so many moms being like, oh my God, crime is up right now, isn't it? It's like, no, it's not.
Hey, isn't it weird? This is just my call out. Isn't it kind of weird that we give funding to police and the crime gets worse? Isn't that weird? Isn't that kind of weird? I want you to think about that for a brief second there.
Still thinking about it. Dude, and you know what? Another thing I kept seeing on like 2 different posts that was like really suspiciously like weirdly written was people kept saying like there should be cameras on every single telephone post and every single light post and in the city there should be cameras.
You know, there's literally a whole video game about why that's bad.
And there was like multiple comments on each time that was commented. I said like, this is a good idea. We should do that. And it seemed like very body and like it was so. And I'm like, does anybody actually want that? Because that's like,
well,
I don't even
mean,
want that.
The police have been taking Ring camera footage from people without asking. So.
Oh, good.
And Amazon's working with police for that. But I'm glad that they're doing good things and stopping crime. And I'm glad the crime rates are definitely still going down, and crime is suspiciously still pretty bad.
Crime Waits was my favorite singer from the 70s.
Favorite band.
Yeah, man. It was a fun one. Beautiful. There's so many beautiful women over here.
I should have done that voice, but it's okay. So, Carson, what are you listening to this week? I know what I'm listening to.
Why don't you go first then, buddy? I know what I'm
I'm
listening to as well.
All right, this week I'm listening to Muse's new album that came out on Friday. I say it like that because I think Carson was expecting it, but I was. Yeah. Honestly, I really like this album a lot. I think it blends a lot of their album Will of the People. The first song is very pandering. It's the most generic, like, chanty song of all time. If you ever listen to it, it's the most generic, like, chanting. But I think
stuff like that.
I think what?
I don't like chanting.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
I only like Gregoric chants.
Yeah. So they released a couple singles before this, way long before this. But I really this album blends a lot of different like phases of Muse. They have a lot of the same like singing patterns and like guitar licks and stuff like that they did on like some of their first albums with like Origins of Symmetry. They have a lot of like synthy tones that came from like unnatural what's it called? Unnatural or The Resistance, but that's the name of the album. The Resistance, not the Unnatural something, but and like Absolution and Black Holes and Revelations. It's a great comprehensive Muse album that they've got a lot of sounds on. They even have like piano, like opera kind of sounding music, like they did on Second Law and in The Resistance as well. Piano, like really grand piano, like really high notes, really low notes, really good. There's got like a love ballad basically called Ghosts, and it's a very heartfelt message. He's got a couple in here. The lead singer does, because I definitely know that he wrote these. He's got a couple songs in here that are very sad, slow, kind of pokey music. There's one really, 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 really cheesy song called "You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween." Very, 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 very cheesy, but hey, that's what they wanted to do. I think the videos kind of capture the essence of what they're going for. They have Kill or Be Killed, which is another single they released that was pretty good. I like that. Verona's pretty good. A little bit long, but still pretty good. Euphoria is pretty good as well. I think that's more of like a it's ballady kind of. Verona, same thing. And then We Are Fucking Fucked is the last song. And I think it's kind of, I like it a lot. I really do like that song. And it kind of captures the Gen Z kind of like feeling about the world, about things, like how it's just so fucked. And that's basically what the song is saying, that there's nothing we can do about it and we're fucked.
That's why I started on these, man.
Yeah. Might as well.
Thing that saved me, man.
So
honeyrose.co.uk if you want to get your own, man.
So
it's the only way to get through this life.
Yeah. So I recommend this album. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Couple cheesy moments, but I give it a light 8. It's pretty good.
You seem to like music that has cheesy moments, I've noticed.
Yeah, I do like there's another, and I'll talk to you after the show, maybe a little bit after this, but there's a couple songs that are just very, the thing is, I don't like show tunes, but I like songs that sound like show tunes.
Okay.
Like, there's a couple of songs that I have on my playlist that sound like show tunes, but aren't.
Okay.
And I can't stand show tunes. I can't fucking stand listening
Really?
to. I can't. I got
think
so
I
mad I
like
almost
show
drooled
tunes.
about that. I can't do it. It's just they just suck. I just you have to watch the show to get most of the songs. The context is really out of context, and it's just a waste of time to listen to music like that, in my opinion.
Wow.
That's
Man.
just my political statement on show tunes. People who listen to them, go ahead, but that's your thing. But it's just not mine at all. I cannot jam out to show tunes.
I mean, I
like
can't jam out to it, but I do like them. Like, what's an example of a show tune for you that you hate? Give me one that you absolutely hate. You gotta
Hamilton.
have one.
I hate everything about Hamilton. Everything about it.
Oh, so you just hate musicals?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
show tunes like that.
But do you hate jingles? Like short little jingles?
Oh no, those are fine.
Oh,
No, I'm saying like show tunes. Like whenever I think of show tunes, I think of like musicals plays.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Like Broadway shows.
I can understand
Cats,
that more.
fucking Cabaret,
Right.
Fucking.
I don't hate it. I
Rant.
don't love it though.
They're really not my favorite. I think
Same. I agree.
singing them. I've sung them before.
Yeah.
Not very fun. They're fun to sing, but they're in horrible keys, so it's hard to learn.
I hate people who love them.
There you go.
Kind
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I really don't. I mean, to people who listen to them, props to you. I just can't get over the hump of like taking it out of context and enjoying the song for what it is. I can't
Right.
do it. But I like songs that sound like show tunes,
Right.
but aren't.
right. Yeah. No,
And
I
I
get
think that that's what you make me feel like it's Halloween, and like some ghost songs kind of feel like
that's
show
such
tunes.
a funny name for a song.
Listen, and it's weird because they could have they could have released it. They could have
could've.
released it a little bit later than August 26th.
Does it have to do with Halloween?
The whole album?
The song.
No, yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
yeah. No, yeah, it
I
is
mean,
about Halloween. Like it's very much like a marketing scheme to get played in Halloween stores, but
That's
they did it.
that seems like
I think the
something they
music
would do.
videos for these kind of really do capture what the essence of what they want to be presented
Okay.
on this album. They have like really cool masks that are like fractals, and like it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
I like it a lot.
Cool.
Like a shattered mirror kind of look to it. It's pretty cool. So,
Glad you got some new music to listen to, my
yeah,
friend.
yeah. What about you? You got old music?
No, I got new music
Whole
from
lot
an
of
old band.
Oh, there you go.
I am so goddamn horny right now, Gaffin.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to do some
All
things
right.
for
What's
me.
the name? What's the name?
Band is
Lay it on me.
Botch.
Oh, that's right.
The band Botch that I love very much recently has become one of my favorite bands. Have not released any new music for about 20 years. And from what I know of, nowhere. I don't even follow them on Instagram because I'm like, well, they're not going to make any new music. What's the point of following them? All of a sudden, Spencer Chamberlain from Under Oath posts that they released a new song. And I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking weird, especially just now getting into them. And it's an absolute goddamn slapper. It's called 122. And I don't even really know what the point of them releasing this was. I at first was like, oh my God, they're going to come out with a new album, which still might be possible. But the way they're marketing it as is that it's a new song that's out on the re-release of their 1998 album, We Are the Romans, which is one of my favorite albums of all time.
So maybe it's like just add on like, hey, this is a little recording we had.
It's not, though. It's a
not,
new
really?
song.
Wow.
That's what I'm so confused about. So, like, my feeling with it is, and I've seen bands do this before, where it's like, haha, we're not really back together. Here's a new song for you just for fun. It's also to celebrate the re-release of this thing as like a remaster or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of just like a ploy to be like, let's see how new music would do for us.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Is it worth doing more? Is it worth getting back together? And then in this case, I think this is going over really well. And then what I think they'll do now is maybe, they're already starting to record some stuff they already have. And then maybe we'll get a new album from them.
They've got 84,210 listens on Spotify.
Altogether?
Yeah.
Or just on this song?
Just on that song.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
And 61,178 monthly listeners.
Let's see.
Monthly listeners.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of, as far as I know, it's completely out of nowhere. And it was so cool to see that.
I did.
And it is a very
I
good
think
song.
I sent you a tweet where it was like, I think I sent you or saw a tweet at one
Yeah,
point where
yeah.
I was like, no way though, right? Because
Oh yeah, or maybe I think I
Yeah,
sent it.
or
It was like
something like
Brooklyn
that.
Vegan posted
Yeah.
that like somebody, like old guy breaks his leg
yeah,
dancing to
a
new
box
song.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
you sent me
something
that,
like
yeah.
I forgot. It was something
It was
like
that. It was something like that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, new
Yeah.
box song?
It's so cool. It's so
Not
cool that they
expecting that,
released something
actually.
new. It's so funny too because it's like all of their songs on We Are the Romans are like very fast, and this song's like a lot slower. It's not bad, but it's just like, oh yeah, they're old. They're older guys now. Yeah, so fucking cool. I don't even know who's like performing in this song or anything. I don't know. So cool to have a new song from them. And maybe that'll lead to more new stuff. I don't know. Just great to hear from them. Was so excited because that was like while I was in New York, so I was just jamming that song every day because it's so good. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Let's jump into it.
Let's jump into the rest of the show. Yeah, that's. I don't want to promise anything, but we have an idea that's in the works at the moment that could be very special and very fun. It's possible it might not happen. Literally could happen next week. Literally could happen in a month. I don't know when it'll happen, but
Right.
it could be a very fun thing.
Fun.
Fun. We always have fun things and fun
Fun.
ideas, but this
Ideas.
is something new.
New.
Do you have anything else for anybody?
No, I really don't. I'm really tired.
Me too. And I was supposed to finish an edit today, and I didn't, so sorry, Matt. I'm going to get that to you tomorrow. He's not going to be mad, I'm just saying.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to the
I just should have gotten it done today, and I
Yeah, you
didn't.
really should.
I didn't really have time. I
Yeah.
had a meeting
And
today.
it,
actually.
well,
Had to
everybody,
get
thanks
that
for listening to the It
meeting
Takes All Kinds
done.
podcast, episode
So I
78.
kinda, like,
We'll be
ran out of
here.
so much
You'll
time.
be
You have
listening
to
to
work out by
us,
yourself.
and
Take the plug out.
there's really just
So
a
no
lot of really good
drills,
stuff that's
nothing?
going on
I
right
wish I
now,
could
and
have
I hope to
gotten
see you
it
back
done,
next
and
week.
But weight room
I
stuff.
didn't, and I wish I could have gotten it.
Goodbye, bye.